Don't be surprised at what you are about to see, because believe it or not, the pictures and video clips you are about to see are the aftermath of a soccer match. One team took it as a sport, and the other took it as a war, and what you are about to see will prove that. The three matches between Algeria and Egypt for the World Cup qualification weren't your normal soccer matches. Those games led to a disappointing and unacceptable turn of events which brought about violence, a lack of sportsmanship, and immoral behavior. The first match took place on the 7th of last June when the Egyptian was disturbed by the noise and harassment in their hotel. The ruckus was coming from the Algerian fans and supporters who caused the other guests of the hotel a displeasing stay. Also, a number of Egyptian players and coaches had been poisoned, which resulted in their absence for the first three training sessions before the actual match. In Sheikh Mustafa Stadium in the city of Bleda, the Algerian football fans treated the Egyptian national team players aggressively during their warm-up before the match. On top of that, they did not respect the national anthem of Egypt and turned the stadium into a fire rave after following the first goal made by Algerian player Karim Matmour, made during the 60th minutes of the match. Furthermore, due to the lack of visual clarity on the field because of the lighting of a mass fireworks, another goal was scored against Egypt 4 minutes later. Despite the Egyptian Soccer Federation members dealing with the whole situation in a civil way, due to the history of Algeria and Egypt's past relationship, FIFA penalized Algeria $20,000 fine and a warning of possible losing points if something like this would happen again, or in extreme cases they would be kicked out of the competition. The Algerians did not show any form of gratification toward the Egyptians, who greeted them warmly when they came to Egypt. Despite those facts, the Algerians set up propaganda after shattering the glass windows of the team pass in front of the hotel they were staying in during their stay in Egypt on Thursday, November 12th. This incident was described by official witnesses who were at the site of the hotel during this time. It proved that the greatest of all damage was caused by exposure to break the glass from the inside of the bus. This also was confirmed by eyewitnesses and television news reports. When players Khalid Loumichi, Rafi Halish, Rafi Saifi displayed images and video clips with bloody wounds on their faces, which were also confirmed that they are scenarios supported by the provision to remove Egypt from the competitions. They participated mainly in the meeting which took place with numerous of witnesses by the Cairo Stadium, and that was attended by more than 80,000 Egyptians. Egypt won the match 2-0. Egyptian fans did not respond to the Algerian fans burning the Egyptian flag in Cairo Stadium. But one thing to say, if Egyptian fans would have acted in the same manner as the Algerian did in Algeria, the Algerian people would have probably killed the Egyptian fans. History proves such actions in Algerian league in recent years. Algerian master plan, which had been arranged, was executed perfectly. In turn, the Egyptian people have put the pieces to the puzzle together and came to realization about the plans and the motives of the Algerian before and after the game in Omdurman, Sudan, on November 18th. The Egyptians watched as the Algerian arrived in military aircraft, which later led to street fights between the Algerian fans and Egyptian citizens. The Algerians went on a rampage, destroying anything Egyptian, such as flags and logos in the hotel and the street. The Algerian fans also crashed buses in celebration of Algerian victories. Witnesses to those actions were the Sudanese people and the bus drivers themselves. In conclusion, we can only thank the Lord for saving the situation from escalating far beyond what it already has. The soccer that we all know is built up on respect, honor, loyalty, and sportsmanship. Now we can see, to some people, soccer is another form of war. Now that you have the same supporting evidence as I do, you now can be the judge. Haitham.
انت حصل له حاجه؟ ايه يا عم خلاص كده في وشك يعني حد حصل له حاجه يا جدعان؟ نخش المطار بس نخش المطار. رب.
وفين المطار؟
يا رب استر علينا يا رب.
يا رب.
انزل لهم بس. كويس؟
خلاص يا جماعه خلاص. بس ايه فين المطار؟ المطار فين؟ المطار ايه ما ينفعش يدخل المطار يا جدعان النبي. لا 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 ما ده احنا خلي بالنا صور يا عم صور.
سيد
أنا خضر عبد الله العاقب، سائق الباص 3034. قمت بترحيل الأخوة المصريين من المطار إلى الاستاد، ومن الاستاد إلى المطار. عند دخولنا شارع المطار انهال علينا الأخوة الجزائريين بالضرب بالحجارة، وكان معنا الأستاذ محمد فؤاد وابنه الصغير، وقمنا بحمايتهم تماما إلى ما أدخلناهم. وقبل ما ندخلهم إلى الممر الأخ طارق أنزلنا رجال الشرطة اللي كانوا معه، قاموا بحماية البص، وظللنا داخل البص طيلة ال4 ساعات إلى أن وصلنا مع الأخ طارق. وبعد تنزيلهم هناك قاموا الأخوة الجزائريين بالمحاولة ثانية، وقمنا باتصال الشرطة وأرسلوا لنا 5 عربات أمنوا بها الطريق، ووصلناهم إلى المطار سالمين إن شاء الله.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أنا عبد الغني الحاج محمد نور، سائق الباص رقم 3174. قمت بترحيل المشجعين المصريين البعثة المصرية 104 شخص إلى من مطار الخرطوم إلى استاد المريخ، ومن استاد المريخ إلى مطار الخرطوم. وأثناء السير في شارع المطار هجموا علينا جزائريين وهشموا جميع الباص، وبحمد لله رجال الأمن أحموا الباص حماية تامة. وبعد ذلك حضرنا إلى شركة طارق نور، ثم ذهبوا إلينا جزائريين واتصلنا برجال شرطة ال3 والحمد لله وصلونا 5 عربات وعملوا حماية تامة للمشجعين المصريين حتى رجوعهم إلى المطار، ووصلوا الطائرة بسلامة والحمد لله.